Time to talk BC politics. Lots going on right now. We've got the Liberals unveiling their platform later today, but they're embroiled in some controversy right now. For more on this, we're joined by Mario Canseco, president of Research Co. Welcome back to BT, sir.
It's great to be here, Thor. Thank you.
Yeah, let's get right into it. So an uphill battle for Andrew Wilkinson and the Liberal Party right now after this Zoom call went public where there were sexist remarks made about NDP candidate Bowen Ma. And tell us about the struggle now that the Liberals face in the wake of this.
Well, the main thing this does is it changes the channel. It makes this more about the values of the BC Liberals. It takes them away from the discussions about policy, which is where they want to be. And it's the kind of thing that would have been resolved over the weekend with a quick apology and something that had to be said by the leader. And it didn't materialize that way. So now here we are 72 hours after this breaks, and there still hasn't been a specific thing that they've said about this. So it's difficult because it's the kind of thing that you can break in 5 hours, 6 hours with a quick statement. It happened on a weekend, so it wasn't supposed to be this big. And here we are on Tuesday, and we're still talking about it.
So with the party not getting ahead of this news as it broke, do you think that's going to really overshadow the platform when it's released later today? And you know, they're going to be fielding all the questions related to this, and a lot of the platform and platform policies are going to be almost forgotten?
Well, that is exactly right. You know, most of the questions will be related to this issue because it's still captivating voters. So you take away that edge about policy that they wanted to talk about. And ultimately, I think this is a very difficult campaign because people are already voting. Some of them have already cast ballots by mail. So you're in a situation where if you're going to talk about something that is key to your winning, you have to do it now because people are voting. You can't wait until the final stages of the campaign to throw those morsels at the voters.
Right. And as the Liberal platform is unveiled later today, what do you expect to see in that with respect to some of their platform policies or, you know, where they're going to go with this election?
Well, we've seen that the idea of taxation really didn't connect well with voters. We haven't seen a lot of movement from voters who went to the NDP or the Greens to go to the Liberals because of the PST thing. Obviously, safety is an issue, particularly in the urban areas. But I think this is more about services. You know, how do you cut all of these taxes and make sure that the services are there? So I think they will have to talk about that, especially if you're a voter who's undecided right now.
All right, and as we look ahead to tonight's leaders debate, from your research that you've been gathering from British Columbians, what are the topical issues that people want to really see covered tonight?
Well, there's really three issues, and they are really generational things. If you're over 55, you're more likely to be worried about healthcare. If you're 35 to 54, you're more likely to be worried about the economy and jobs. And if you're a younger voter, you're more likely to be worried about housing. So dealing with those three topics is crucial. You can't win this election by focusing on one specific issue. You have to be on all three because there's definitely a wider range of issues right now than what we've seen in other elections.
And Mario, as we wrap, some surprising new information with respect to voting online. It seems like a lot of people in this province would be happy to just cast their ballot virtually.
Yeah, that was quite interesting. I was expecting more of a 50-50 split when we asked about this, but it's almost 2/3 of residents of BC who say that they would like to be able to cast ballots online. There are other countries that are doing this already. We haven't seen any fraudulent activity in those elections. And I think this is ultimately something that is happening because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We're doing everything online, talking to people, doing banking. If there's a way to do this safely, then people want to vote online as well.
Yeah, I mean, people obviously reluctant to go out, like you say, but safety and security with respect to voting online must be top of mind. So there must be a lot of provisions that have to be looked at before something like that can even be implemented. But you mentioned the example there. It seems like this could be the way of the future at times.
Well, there's a country called Estonia, which has been doing this for more than a decade, and we haven't seen any fraudulent allegations in spite of their closeness to Russia.
Okay, well said. Thank you so much, Mario. We look forward to more of your insight as we get closer to the election.
Thank you, Thor.
All right, you take care. That's Mario Canseco, president of Research Co. Coming up.